Okay, so a program that you engage in for those offenders that are about to be released, tell us about that. They're not yet out, but about to be out. You want to catch them early, correct?
Absolutely. So you have what's called pre-release services. Our partners at Probation and Parole, Department of Corrections, Project COBE, other prison ministries are awesome at providing the resources, the tools, the information to ensure that an individual can have the most successful reentry into the community as possible. We're currently in the process now of starting what's called Support for Families in partnership with a researcher at Washington University, where we engage the family as well. And so as you can imagine, it's quite stressful on a family
right.
when a loved one is incarcerated and then they return home. And what we're doing is providing them with training, information, resources, tools, strategies on how to best accommodate and engage their loved one when they return home. So each one of those programs have really been proven to be quite effective and really necessary for successful reentry.
Okay. Let's say that I'm an employer and I'm watching this blog, I'm listening to this, and I want to tap into this market. I'm convinced that there may be an opportunity here that we haven't thought about. What should I consider internally? How do I build my case internally to go to the powers that be and say, hey, let's really give this thing a try?
Absolutely. So the first thing I would encourage employers to do is to consider that an individual who has had engagement with the criminal justice system, they're either on probation or parole or have successfully completed those mandates. And usually those individuals have like a second layer of accountability, not just to themselves, not just to their families or the community, but to our criminal justice service providers. And so they're quite often, they are drug tested. They are required to maintain employment, maintain stable housing, and not to engage in certain behaviors that would lead to reoffense. And so that's the first thing I would encourage employers to consider, that an individual that is in the reentry population is more likely to have that second layer of accountability. So the employer has support in that area. Secondly, many of these individuals have developed skills that inside, while in prison, that they may not have otherwise developed due to many of the subpar education opportunities within communities where we see most of our reentry population come from. But while on the inside, they're able to get the training, get the skills, and developing leadership strategies and things that they then can bring to that place of employment.
At 18 years old, would you have thought that you would be working on a PhD?
That's a good one, Keith. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I tell people this all the time. Where I'm at now is a direct result of my experiences. And my engagement with the criminal justice system is included in those experiences.
Sure.
And I truly believe that has made me who I am today. So I'm where I'm at now because of my experiences and not in spite of them.
Great. Napoleon, our personalities notwithstanding, let's say that we've moved someone to action today, okay? How can people help? And start off by telling us how they can employ, and then other ways that they can help as well.
Absolutely. So I'll start at the very, very top. First of all, we need more political will to begin to change the policies. We do a lot of prohibition and restricting of our reentry population from accessing opportunities, and that's just wrong.
Can I stop you there?
Absolutely.
Because I have personal experience with this. We employ people here at St. Louis Staffing that have backgrounds, and they are still in the probation and parole system. And I cannot tell you how many stories I have where someone says, I will take that job assignment, but I have to leave at noon to go see my parole officer, and he's clear across town. To me, that seems ridiculous, right? That is really preventing someone from being a productive citizen in a full-time job.
Absolutely.
We make the effort to contact that parole officer and schedule different appointments for that person.
Yeah. So we can be a little less restrictive and not compromise public safety.
Right.
It's doable.
Right.
It's just we have to find the political will to do it. Secondly, if we look at the practices of corporations and employers, we just have to be more willing to offer opportunities to individuals. And it's not just a moral thing to do, it's actually economically responsible. And specifically for local employees in the greater St. Louis region, I would encourage them to reach out to our respective organizations to learn more about it. I go out and I do trainings. I provide resources. I provide that technical support around engaging our reentry population. And for those employers that are engaged with us, it's very, very beneficial. Not only it makes you feel good at the end of the day, but economically as well. And also we have ways that individuals can get involved if they just say, you know what, I don't think offering employment for this population is for us, but we want to help in other ways. We have our Dress for Success program that we're always taking interview appropriate clothing, professional attire. We've got mentoring opportunities. We do the mock job fair and interview. We always need our professional community partners to come out and provide assistance through that process. And then just being involved, just being there and showing the population that we serve that you care. It makes a world of difference.
You have another enterprise organization that you haven't mentioned, but I'm going to, and that's and that's the food.
Sweet Success.
Sweet Success.
Absolutely. Started out as a little small cookie bakery, and it has grown to be a full-service catering company. We actually employ 2 of our program participants now, and we're actually opening it up here soon for others to join. And we provide meals for 1 to 100 or whatever the occasion calls for. We've got sweets and delectables, and we cook to order as well. And so there's no job too big for our Sweet Success social enterprise.
And the box lunches that we have used, and I know some of our customers have used, everybody has given rave reviews for. They are economical, they are delicious, which is most important, and they're benefiting Connections to Success.
Really appreciate the plug, Keith.